Happy Thumbs Gaming. Big show.
Hey everybody, it's Brian with Happy Thumbs Gaming. Today we're checking out free play for level 11, Helms Deep in LEGO Lord of the Rings. Alright, as you can see here, we got our work cut out for us. We need a handful of mini kits, all 3 treasures, and the blacksmith design. So basically, story mode owned us, is what I'm trying to say there. Alright, as always, prerequisites. Complete the story mode. You need something to blow up the mithril objects, the silver shiny ones, so either Berserker or mithril fireworks, as well as a strong guy or the mithril boxing gloves in order to pull the orange handles. So either Shagrot or Uruk-Hai. And now we're going to watch a short little cutscene that I sped up tremendously fast so we could get right to the business. And after a short little stud horse session, I'm going to smash this wall over here and toss Gimli through it. And we actually were able to get this kit on our first round, so you will not see the mini kit, but just know that is mini kit number 1. Now we found an interesting situation here. We have not ran into anybody so far that was not able to use the mithril boxing gloves until like a level ago, and now we find another one of these little carriages that does not allow him to use it. So we actually recommend that you grab Uruk-Hai to pull that. I mean, Shagrot will work as well, but we just happen to pull out the red dude. And then we'll go ahead and switch to Berserker and knock that silver mithril gate in 2. Then get a little confused as where we're supposed to be there. And then we'll start off on the right-hand side over here. Go ahead and smash everything in sight. You don't have to blow it up with bombs. You can smash it with your sword or whatever you prefer. And then you'll shoot the target on the right, which will not only yield us some studs, some purple ones, but will also kind of indicate that we have 1 of 4 flags flown that we'll need to open in order to get that mini kit. So we move over to the left and look for more targets, and we find this little mini game. And to be honest with you, at first we didn't really catch on. There are targets in the back that you need to spin, and it appears you need to have at least 3 of them spun so that you can reactivate the front targets again. And we actually give up here in a second and come back to it after we do some other damage. But I promise you we will get that done here in a second. So you can see I'm like targeting all of them, trying to wait for all 4 of them to pop up. I was trying multiple things, and I found the best way to do it was not to target. It is actually to spam the shoot button. So for PlayStation it was X, and for Xbox it'd be what, B. And yeah, buddy. So we'll go over on the left with Gimli and smash the crack. And the crack will also give us the treasure on the side, because there's a little cauldron on the left-hand side there. Now that Gimli crack also triggered another flag. So that was the second game that we got, or the second flag. And then we finally knocked out the arrows, as you saw just there, and that gave us a 3rd flag. So we'll go ahead and destroy the cart that was in front and find the little tracking item with Aragorn, and we will go ahead and track it till we find the blocks. We'll build the blocks, and we'll jump up with an elf, or Legolas in our case, and grab that mini kit at the top. And then we'll switch back over to Sam. As you can see, we can plant a seed right here, and we'll grow a giant tree, which we'll get back to in just a hot second here. We'll use Sam's rope to go ahead and pull the next little treasure trove up. And look at that, we found ourselves another treasure. And if you haven't figured it out by now, you definitely want to do all of this before going back or advancing or doing anything. But I think that's pretty obvious. If you just follow along in the video, you should have no problem at all. We'll go ahead and smash that with Aragorn's super sword, which then leaves us a little pile for Sam to do some more digging. So he will actually dig up some more blocks, which will allow us to design and build a little mobile arrow dispenser. That's what we'll call it. Some sort of a catapult type thing, but instead of a catapult, it's got an arrow on it. So an old school minigun or something, I don't know. So once you shoot all 5 guys up top, he will drop some pieces, and you put them back together in mini kit. Woot woot. All right, now back to this palm tree that we grew over here. We'll go ahead and slap it around and drop them coconuts. You can see a bunch of them on the ground there. You only need 2 of them. It drops at least 3. And if you throw them at other things, they will probably respawn too. But that will actually be the 4th flag and get us that mini kit, which will conclude all of the stuff in this little secret area here. So We're going to go ahead and kick it into high gear here again and get back to the business once we get to the next point of interest. So, yeah, buddy. So we, as you can tell, we have a multiplier on. We are getting a high stud count, which the sooner you have access to the red bricks, the better. We will be putting some videos up. If you guys have any questions about red bricks, because we don't have videos up, I'm happy to answer any questions you guys have. So if you need to, you know, find a spot that I can post them or something or whatever, you know, basically there's 5 red bricks that pertain to stud multipliers, and I highly recommend you get those first. But they all require mithril items too, so you'll have to go complete a quest, usually forge some sort of mithril item using a blacksmith design and some mithril bricks, and then at that point you can return to the quest and you know, get your reward, which would be the red brick. So far in our journeys, as of this recording, we have the ×2 and the ×4, which the 2 times multiplier red brick can be found in the northeast corner of Rivendell. It's kind of under a waterfall, and it does require the mithril gloves to complete the quest, and also 250,000 to buy the brick once you complete the quest. And again, we will be doing videos for this, and I'm just launching this information because I have some time to kill. And the ×4 red brick is in the West Bank near Amon N, and it does cost you 1,000,000 studs. And you also have to have the mithril fishing rod, not to be confused with the fishing rod, but the mithril fishing rod. And you know, from there you can actually turn those both on in the start menu. And as anybody who's played a Lego game will know, it actually multiplies everything. So if you have the 2 times and the 4 times on, it's a ×8. So we're gonna get those bricks all accounted for, and once we get all of the money-making bricks, we'll do a red brick video pertaining simply to the stud multipliers. But hey, we're back on track now. We're gonna go ahead and switch to Sam once we're back in action. So basically they broke through, they've breached the keep, and we're gonna be over here back where we started, except for it looks a little different because they busted it open. But right to the right, kind of where that wheel and cog was, just to the right of the river, you will see a little area Sam can dig, and you can actually dig up some bandages, which then he puts on his head and runs around like some sort of a burn victim or something. Which I apologize to anybody out there who is related to Freddy Krueger, because I'm sure that's probably a little soon, a little too early. Apologize, burn victims. All right, and then before heading up these giant stairs right here, as you can see, there's a little cove right there. You want to sneak up and use Berserker or the Mithril Fireworks to destroy that silver shiny object, and that will yield you the blacksmith design. And then also on the left side of the stairs, before going up, you're going to want to use Sam and his bandaged face to go ahead and plant a seed, which then grows through the wall and gives you a flower. Now, you're supposed to smack the flower once to close it and once to open it, but my aim not so good, so I had to switch to Gandalf and shoot one of my Whoozy Watsits at him, and my orb on a stick proved to be a good item to have there. So, yeah, buddy. Now, right off the bat here, once we gain control, we're actually going to want to not go with the story. We're going to backtrack, and you can see there's a wall that you can actually climb with Gollum, old Schmiegeldorf, and then we'll climb all the way to the bottom of the stairs, which not only has a few studs, a blue and a purple, but it also has another Minikit. So we are only, well, there's 2 Minikits left available to grab, and we've got all of our treasures. So we're just going to kind of plow through this part of the story, especially since I literally got to the top and had a brain fart. I wasn't exactly sure what I needed to do here. I tried more than once to try to hit the ladder on the left, and I couldn't get any, you know, reactions out of it. So I'm switching back and forth, running back, like, where do I go? Starting to panic, because obviously I'm recording this, trying to be as methodical and awesome as possible. So I'm like switching around, smacking this, jumping here, going, oh my god, where am I going? I was just about to quit, and then I realized, wait a minute, let me switch to Legolas and blast this fool. And then sure enough, boom, it works, and I get through it. So obviously now I'll go ahead and destroy those, which will then give me the pieces I need to build up the area, so I can slide that box down below and more or less complete this part of the mission. So, and then in the next part, right off the bat, if you watched our walkthrough, you already saw me jump and miss the Minikit as we're riding the horse doing our little hootie-ha on the way out. So one thing I did figure out on the second time around is that you don't want to be going faster here. You can actually pull back on the analog stick, and it will slow you down. And I'm sped up in the game right now, but I'm also slowed down by pulling back, so it's hard to tell. But do it, and I assure you, right as you get to the gate, you're going to want to jump up. Now, right after the gate, there is a flagpole, which is the first of 5. And as you can see, I'm railing through all of them. And I do go ahead and stop it here just to represent that we do find all 5 of them. And that will yield the last Minikit, which, if you watch the last one, I got a Minikit. And I was like, I don't know how I got it. So that one you kind of probably got on your own already because it almost like walks you right to it. But if not, just know that there are 5 flagpole-looking things at the end. They're like stakes, cross stakes. And, yeah, blast all 5 of those and get that final Minikit. So as you can see here, we'll go ahead and stack up all these. We started with 2. We grabbed the remaining 8. And that was nice. We didn't have any of the 3 treasure items. We grabbed all of them, even though they were a little bit ridiculous. And we also got the mithril fire bow, which... now we have the fire and the ice bow, which I'm sure you could probably find in the video if you need help, but we've crafted the fire and ice bow to get the trophy achievement. Something to the elements. So yeah, totally brain farted that too. I'm the king of brain farts. What you got on that? However, that will go ahead and wrap up LEGO Lord of the Rings Level 11, Helms Deep Free Play. And, yeah, it's been a blast, so we're getting pretty close. We're almost done with the second story/book. Feel free to comment, vote, subscribe if you like what we're doing. Find us on Facebook and Twitter. And as always, until next time. See ya.